Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs going up against Jameis Winston's Ravens.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They run again with Hunt. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And some space here. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
Akeem Hunt now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Caught, right side, it's Lewis. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Play action now. Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain at 25 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. That's caught out left by Perriman. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Got an open man. It's a noon one. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Again, it's Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Let's go now.
Jameis again. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Let's go now.
To the air again with Winston. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. A toss play to Hunt. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, he stays up. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First down, Winston. Going left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A first down throw for Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ready. Blue ready. 150, 150. Ready. 125.
Now Jameis on second down. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. He finds an opening past the 40. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Santos now to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second down, Winston. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Winston. Nunez got it, complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
I'm going now. Flip it.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay, and the Eagles out in front early. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. In motion, Anunwa. On play action, Winston. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Hunt. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Shit, man, just tired as fuck.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
That's the same team you've been at, ain't it?
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch
Did you get D4 or you got somebody else? Because I thought you was bidding on him.
But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well.
Did you ever get him?
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Very tough spot.
Hey, I'm just using the words you use, bro.
Out of his end zone, Winston. And James is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And now here comes Kansas City. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
I don't know anything about that.
You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Well, I know the league, but I don't know. I don't keep up what's going on in there. I think I'm part of the group, but I don't get the notifications on anything. Who quit?
They'll run. This is Hunt. No gain on the play there. Second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allow the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Yeah.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Mahomes throwing on second down.
Yeah.
And this is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Staying on his feet. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
You must got strip on or something, bro. Cause
touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator
I don't know what the hell just happened there.
Right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it.
They didn't register
my
my
stats
thing.
in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against them. They've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called not so much just to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Oh, shit. That's kind of funny, though. I ain't gonna lie.
The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
But I always give you shit, but because I see a lot of people who run like, oh shit, my dude can't move him.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Like I see the same play multiple times, but a lot of people do it. I just give you more shit about it because I don't play you often.
I understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it.
They know who to block.
Line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I don't know what that means, but ain't you been in it for a while, though?
Second down throw for Winston. Toward the sideline and left catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Yeah.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on first down.
You gotta be there for that.
Eluding the pressure right.
And you lucky Vita Vea is fucking 60-something speed.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it
my D-line
away.
is pretty cold, though. They're pretty nice.
And now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Oh, shit.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I didn't even want to use him. I got stuck with him.
Getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Winston. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Fuck.
They go play action. Winston, he's going to let it go deep. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trade here to begin quarter number 4.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's when I was using sim kits. You couldn't see shit like that. That's why I was like, fuck.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like shit. But here, if it wasn't so choppy on this game, I would go back to it, but it's just too choppy for me.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter,
yeah, it was hella choppy. I was just like, yeah, fuck it.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
That's D Ford right there.
Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line.
I don't catch it. Oh, cool. Who was 89?
Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Offense ready for a 2nd and 1. Jameis to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Winston. Going to throw right side here, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance.
Oh, and Lewis lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget.
Who was that who caught the ball?
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
The what?
On second down, Lynch. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Green.
On third down, they go Lynch. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Jameis now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That's what I said as soon as I saw the rain. I was like, God damn, I got to play another rain game with this nigga.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3. Winston. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready. 125.
Throwing. Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
And it pops free.
Yeah, that's a terrible animation.
Jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass.
Yeah.
Started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the fourth down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. A second down throw for Winston. And Winston lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth.
Yeah, actually sent a lot of heads on that one.
Still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air